Now, with bureaucrats caught in the confrontation between the Chief Minister and the Lieutenant Governor, let's listen in to an excerpt of a conversation between TV Today Network's Managing Editor Rahul Kamal and a former IAS officer along with Aam Aadmi Party leader Raghav Chaddha.
A face-off between the LG and the Chief Minister over the appointment of Shakuntala Gamlen has now become a full-fledged revolt in the bureaucracy. The IAS Officers Association putting out a very strong word against the Kejriwal government.
Well, Rahul, a couple of things. First of all, my name is Raghav Chaddha, not Chopra. That's number one. Number two, let us also give a complete disclosure that the other panelist on your show is a person who was, formerly a member of the Delhi Dialogue Commission and who and was removed because he does not enjoy the confidence of the government of the day and certain actions that he did because of which he was removed. Number one. Number two, I don't think he is entitled to speak for the entire IAS lobby or the entire, the bureaucrats in the Delhi government. The bureaucrats of the Delhi government are very happy. In fact, it was this Chief Secretary, Mr. K.K. Sharma, who's gone on a vacation, who said that I don't even have to look at a file twice because
Raghav, are you aware of the fact that the IAS Officers Association held a meeting this evening where they've condemned the actions of the Kejriwal government just a short while before now?
Number one. Number two, there have been a lot of plants in the media and a planted story that was also carried by a few magazines that said that some of the IAS officers are unhappy and they want to go on leave or they filed some complaints. But the DOPT department of the Delhi government and the Deputy Chief Minister of the Delhi government has stated this emphatically that no such complaints have been received. So please let us not create controversies.
You're not answering my question,
Let us not live
Raghav.
in illusions.
Several senior officers of the Delhi government held a meeting.
Both of them have
the
to work
IAS
hand in
Officers
hand.
Association has officially put out a statement late this evening condemning the actions of the Chief Minister. Whether you like it or not, you have a full-fledged Babu revolt on your hands, Raghav.
Well, first of all, no, please, as I've said, Rahul, please do not, and you should refrain from painting it as a full-fledged revolt, as a controversy, as a blown-out war. It was only a particular officer against which the ministers and the Council of Ministers had a view that she does not enjoy the confidence and the goodwill of the Council of Ministers, and thereby a recommendation was made. Now hold on, now let me complete. No. It is only a certain section of the media that is trying to paint it like this. These are planted stories. These are absolutely malicious statements that are being put forth. I deny them with all the responsibility and authority at my command. And let me also say this, that the bureaucrats, the government, the Council of Ministers are working actively. They are delivering on every promise that they have made. And please detest, all of us should detest from creating controversies. Do not paint this as a bureaucrats versus the Delhi government war. It is a war between somebody who is following the constitution and somebody who does not wish to follow the constitution. The LG has violated every norm in the constitution, in the NCT Act as well as in the transaction of business rules, unilaterally appointed a CS and completely bypassed the democratically elected government.
Okay, you made that point. Ashish, respond to the fact that this is being presented as a much bigger problem than it actually is. There are few people who have been affected, who are cut up, like yourself, for speaking out against the government. But Raghav Chaddha insists that this is not a problem with the entire bureaucracy and the dissenters are blowing it out of proportion. Ashish.
See, what can I do if some people are in denial mode? You see, he mentioned about Mr. K.K. Sharma. You know why the two words which have piqued a lot of senior bureaucrats is the kind of language which was used when show cause notice was given to Principal Secretary Home and the Chief Secretary, and the words were secretly and surreptitiously. You can't write such language to the Chief Secretary, head of the bureaucracy. And as far as my thing is concerned, that's the point. You cannot smear, you cannot besmirch somebody's reputation. I would have been happy if officers in the Delhi government had been questioned, removed on the basis of the work, not on some silly reasons and concocted reasons.
Now, Raghav, let's look at what you've done today. On Twitter, you put out a link saying brief profile of Najib Jung from Reliance's payroll to corporate lobbyism. Now, that's a very defamatory charge that you've leveled against a constitutional authority, Raghav?
Yes, I will. Please give me time to respond. Give me ample time to respond. First of all, this is a tweet. I have shared an article that was posted in
the law of defamation, and I'm sure, Raghav, you are aware of it, says if you put out something, even though it's carried by someone else, you are also responsible for defamation. I'm sure you know the defamation law, Raghav.
Can you please let me speak, Rahul? Unless you've made up your mind that you will not let me speak. It was a tweet in which I had tweeted that article of the citizen.in in which a person had jotted down the entire, and it's an online portal, it's a magazine, in which he had portrayed the entire career of Mr. Jung, in which it was clearly stated that he was a joint secretary petroleum, and when the ONGC oil field privatization was happening, in which Reliance was a beneficiary, soon after that deal happened, he resigned and joined the Reliance Group. Later on, he was also working with the Reliance Group and also heading the PR relation, corporate relations, and supervising Neera Radia's work. So all these things have been stated in that article. I have shared that article, and that is the view that the author holds.
No, one second, Raghav, I don't know if you know anything. Raghav, I don't know. Raghav, you've made that point. Raghav, you made that point. You've made that point. I've understood what you're saying. Now listen to my question, Raghav. I've understood your point. I'm saying I don't know if you know anything at all about India's defamation law. India's defamation law says if you put out something quoting someone else, if you put it out yourself, you yourself are responsible for defamation. And as of this evening, you've called Najib Jung a corporate lobbyist on Reliance's payroll. This is what you're saying. You can't get away by saying you're quoting someone else. That's not how defamation works.
This is his profile. But Rahul, this is his profile. This was written in that his entire profile that he was working for Reliance as an employee of Reliance. It is very much, it is, I have just shared his CV, and later on he was heading the PR relations in which he was supervising Neera Radia's the entire interactions. It is very much written in his biodata. I have shared his biodata.